All right, gray skies showing up here on our Valley Skycam. It just continues to remain soupy. Your temperature fairly steady, still at 30 degrees, and right now an east wind at 8 miles per hour. The coolest temperatures in the far north. We have mid-20s for Cavalier and Langdon. Grand Forks this hour, 28, and it's 24 in Baudette. Here's a look at visibilities. And yes, they are reduced across Lakes Country from Wadena and eastern portions of Otter Tail County through the Cheyenne and James River valleys on up into the Devil's Lake Basin. And it's what's happening out in the western Dakotas that has our attention. It's a storm system working out of the central Rockies is really going to bring a punch of snow, heavy rain. Tonight, severe weather down in the southern plains. But for our region, we're going to stay out of the mix of this storm system, but any travel to the west, winter weather advisory there in western parts of North Dakota. Winter storm warning for the Nebraska-South Dakota border into southern Minnesota, mainly south of the Twin Cities. And here's how things transpire during the overnight. Notice all of the snow kind of ganging up on western South Dakota and western North Dakota. So the morning commute could still be pretty tricky in our area. Gray skies, soupy conditions, and areas of slippery roads once again as temperatures will slip into the 20s to start your weekend. Throughout the midday hour, we're going to start to notice the wind increasing. It's going to come from the north and east throughout the day. That'll bring drier air into our northern Minnesota counties, maybe a little clearing there. But from midday on, major snow and very gusty winds will combine to create some very tricky travel conditions across southern parts of South Dakota into southern Minnesota for our area. And by Sunday, as we go through the midday, this will start to clear out. Snowfall potential between 4 and 8 inches, some even more than that along the border of Nebraska and South Dakota. But traveling through Sioux Falls or maybe down towards Rochester, pretty challenging. In Fargo tomorrow, 23 to start the day, still soupy. Patchy, dense fog will be the main problem as we get things going. Low clouds stick around until the wind starts picking up from the northeast. Then I think we'll start to see things lighten up just a little bit. Temperatures right where they've been the last couple of days, near 30 degrees. So we'll see a lot of those near 30-degree readings along and south of Highway 10 in Minnesota and along and south of Interstate 94 in North Dakota. Some low 20s in the Langdon area, mid-20s once again in Roseau. Here's a look at, frosty trees and that kind of hazy sky. Diane capturing this Wahpeton dandy. 'Tis the season. Take a look at our temperatures, and we really see them fall on Sunday. Windy conditions will persist, and we'll be in the low 20s, so a wind, chilly, and blustery close to your weekend. Next week, we start out the week in the teens, a chance of a weather hiccup as we go through midweek, and then temperatures for lows in the single digits with a high Thursday and for Friday of around those mid-teens. And that is the way I see it. So for now, it looks like winter, well, it's here to stay for a while.
It's too bad. Thanks, Ed.